Integrated 1, this is your homework pack 9.2.1 and 9.2.2. It wants me to graph the inequality. I recognize it as a line. It's a y equals mx plus b. This is b, the y-intercept, so I make a dot there. Slope is 3, go up 3 over 1. Now, should I make it dotted or solid line? I see that this underline here tells me make it a solid line. Should I shade above? We're shading. When you have inequalities, you have to shade. Should I shade above or below? Well, it says less than. Less than means below. Now, your packet might tell you something about find a test point or something, and that's true. If I use a test point that's below the line, and it comes out to be a true equation, then I know I did it right. So I can take a test point. I'll take 0, 0, because that's the origin. If I had 0 less than or equal to 0 plus 1, would that be true? Yes. So, but in general, if you have the inequality solved for y, you can just take this as shading above if it's greater than, or below if it's less than. Okay, so I think that's the right way to do that one. This one I picked it because it's an exponential, and you may or may not remember how to graph exponentials. So this is y equals a times b to the x. A is the intercept, and b is the multiplier. And so you're supposed to kind of know that because you've been working with these for a while. So if 4 is the intercept, I'll graph 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it goes, it doesn't really have a slope, but it does have a steepness. And actually, I think it's going to go down this way. Because you can imagine that it's getting multiplied by a half over and over. It's going to make it go down. Okay, so I don't know exactly how, it's not like a line where I can count up and over. So I'm just going to plug in 3 points, which is super easy to plug in. I'm going to plug in -1. 1/2 to the -1. Anything to the -1 is its reciprocal. So 1/2 to the -1 is 2. 2 times 4 is 8. So I have -1 comma 8. And that's what I predicted. It's going to go down like this. And then 0, if you plug in a 0 right here, anything to the 0 power is 1. And 1 times 4 is 4. So you have 0 comma 4. We already got that one. And then we have 1 comma 2. Oh, because if you plug in 1 there, you get a half, and a half of 4 is 2. Now I can plug in some more if I didn't know how it's going to go, but I know that exponentials always curve down like this. Well, they can either curve up or down. Okay, that's it. Oh wait, I have to darn. So I should have checked right here before I made it a solid line, because it needs to be a dashed line since there's not an equal sign there. But it's not really a big problem if you did it in pencil. And even though I did it in pen, I can make it look like a dotted line still, or a dashed line, not a solid line. There we go. And then am I going to shade above or below? Left hand, less than is below, so I know I'm going to shade below. Now if I'm not so sure about that, then I will plug in 0 comma 0 and see if that actually makes the inequality true. Is 0 really less than 4 times 1/2 to the 0? Well, 1/2 to the 0 is 1. 1 times 4 is 4. Is 0 really less than 4? Yes. So it's shaded correctly. And that's all.